as a parliament of communicators and leaders, then I was a speaker for today. So I was a general evaluator who will be evaluating the entire proceedings of the meeting from the beginning to the end. So the meeting number 1173 started at 6:20 by Srijit, who was 6:20 by taking on stage as the SAA in charge for the day, where he introduced the VPM to take over on stage to induct the new members into the club. So the idea of starting at 6:20 for the meeting to begin well in advance so that the new members are inducted and it does not disrupt the normal structure of the meeting was very good. I congratulate Srijit for doing that. And VPM was here inducting the new members. So the entire induction procedure was as per the guidelines that were laid down. And what I really liked about the induction, this for the first time I have seen in the club, is putting all the new members poster there at the entrance of the club so that anyone who walks into the club can know who are the new members who are going to be inducted. So what are the few things that the induction procedure could have been slightly better is all the new members who are going to be inducted can be had a small chat of vote taking, so which it will help them to repeat the oath of speech. That's a slight change what can be done. And a little bit of briefing about what happens and how it happens before the actual vote taking will have taken into the next time. But nonetheless, all the structure and the nuances of the vote taking was followed very well. For the very well vote taking ceremony, what VPM has done, what does VPM Simran Chopra deserve? And then the stage was handed over to Srijit for taking us as the normal meeting proceedings. So he was doing it for the first time. Srijit was in fact doing it for the first time. Srijit, very well done. So what I really liked about your essay role today was, I think you were asked to take up the role in the last fag end of the beginning of the meeting. So in spite of that, you're well rehearsed and prepared about what are the things that you need to do when you come on stage. You laid out the ground rules very well. What I really liked about you coming on stage week on week or any of the roles is the power of pause. I have been telling him, say, when he introduced that, he's going to introduce a human being. So you actually made the moment very light. So it was done very well. And some of the things what you could have done extremely well, some of the things, few things are some research on the topic and introducing the president in a slightly novel way so that we know some other aspect of president which we have not known. But other than that, for doing a job very well, what does SA in charge Srijit deserve? Then we had our president Vijay take the center stage today, where he has been at ease on the stage for so many weeks now, and he does it with a great So all the customary things what Vivek does week on week, he has been doing extremely well. It can be a touching story of Taj Mahal at Mumbai about Karamveer Singh, or how the story is connected to the theme of the day, welcoming the guests week on week and giving them an opportunity to voice their opinions has been done extremely well. It was well structured and the topic introduction was done in a nice way. What a slight thing which can be done is you have a very novel way of introducing the Toastmaster of the day, which I think you should continue every week on week. So when you are calling a Toastmaster of the day, any person on the day, if you vary the intensity of their voice, the pitch or volume of that, like say that brings a kind of wow, kind of like there is always a thunderous applause, but it can be taken to a next level. But like nothing to take away from the exceptional work what Vivek has been doing. Going, what does President Vivek deserve here? Then coming to the Toastmaster of the day. The Toastmaster of the day, Rita Das was taking this role for the first time in her journey at Toastmaster. So taking any role for the first time will always send shivers. Like say that a Toastmaster of the day is a very thing like which will bring chill in you. But when I spoke to Rita Das about taking this role about 2 weeks back, you will believe it or not, she had started the preparation for this role 2 weeks in advance. So that's the amount of preparation that Rita Das ma'am has been doing for this role. She was very, very confident and well prepared for this. A novel way of starting any role on the stage is indulging with the audience by some kind of an activity. So Toastmaster of the day has done it very well. And what is the best thing about your role today, what I really liked is transitioning between the speakers and introducing the evaluator as well. So it brings them to ease whenever the new speaker is called, and also connecting the speech ending with the next speech. Like that was done very well. So for the task which was very well done, what does the Toastmaster here does? Moving on to the first section of the meeting, that was prepared speech. To evaluate the first speech, which was a very expressive and a magical speech, I'd like to call upon the Toastmasters Sumitra Manmohan to evaluate the first speech.